Dear students, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I am Manzur Ahmad Ganai, lecturer history. Our today's topic for 12th class students of history subject is: to what extent does the knowledge of Buddhist literature help in understanding the sculpture at Sanchi? Dear students, in this question, we have to explain that if a person has knowledge about Buddhism and Buddhist philosophy, Buddhist literature, how does that knowledge of a person about Buddhism and Buddhist literature help him in understanding the statues and the idols that have been depicted and sculptured at Sanchi Stupa, at the walls and gateways of Sanchi Stupa? Means that if a person has Buddhist knowledge of Buddhism, how does that knowledge help him in understanding the sculpture, means the statues and the idols that have been depicted and sculptured at the walls and gateways of Sanchi Stupa? Let's answer this question. Dear students, the knowledge of Buddhism helps us in a great deal in understanding the idols and statues that have been depicted on the walls and gateways of Sanchi Stupa. Number one, in Buddhism and Buddhist literature, people tree has a special importance because it is believed that in Buddhism it is believed that Mahatma Gautam Buddha left his home at the age of 29 in the search of truth. At the age of 35, after 6 years, he got enlightenment and became a prophet. And it is believed that Mahatma Gautam Buddha received enlightenment at under a peepal tree. He was sitting under a peepal tree, and under that peepal tree, he received enlightenment and became a prophet. So it is believed that the peepal tree is related to the enlightenment of Mahatma Gautam Buddha. So peepal tree has a special significance in Buddhism. This we know only after having the knowledge of Buddhism. And when we see at Sanchi Stupa, in Sanchi Stupa, we see the sculpture, the peepal tree on walls and gateways of this stupa at a number of times. So when we have look at this peepal tree at Sanchi Stupa, it's easily understand that this peepal tree belongs to Buddhism. This way, Buddhist knowledge helps us in understanding the sculpture of tree depicted on Sanchi Stupa, a peepal tree depicted on Sanchi Stupa. Number one. Number two, in Buddhism, when Mahatma Gautam Buddha became prophet, received enlightenment, he is believed to have then given his first sermon, means first lecture about his teachings at Sarnath in Banaras. And his first sermon, his first lecture at Sarnath in Banaras has been symbolized, is symbolized in the form of a wheel. So in Buddhism, wheel signifies, wheel indicates towards the first sermon, first lecture of Mahatma Gautam Buddha at Sarnath. And when we have a look at Sanchi Stupa, the wheel has been sculptured at a number of times. So if we have no knowledge of Buddhism, we cannot know the importance of wheel sculpture at Sanchi Stupa. So when we have knowledge of Buddhism, in which we know that this wheel is related to the first sermon of Mahatma Gautam Buddha, and when we then look at the Sanchi Stupa, at this wheel, we understand this wheel belongs to the Buddhism, wherein it is related to the first sermon of Mahatma Gautam Buddha. So wheel, the knowledge of Buddhist literature makes us understand that the wheel which has been depicted at Sanchi Stupa, at the walls and gateways of Sanchi Stupa, is related to the first sermon of Mahatma Gautam Buddha at Sarnath. Number three, at the Sanchi Stupa, a number of sculptures of animals like elephants, horses, monkeys, cows, and bulls have been depicted, have been sculptured at the walls and gateways of it. And when we have a look at Buddhist literature and Buddhism, we understand these animals had no direct link with Buddhism, had not that importance in Buddhism. So when we know that these animals had not great importance in Buddhism, and these animals have been depicted at Sanjay Stupa, it means that these animals have perhaps been sculptured and depicted on the walls and great gateways of Sanjay Stupa only for the purpose of decoration, only with the purpose to add to its beauty and create lively scenes at Sanjay Stupa. So, the knowledge of Buddhist literature here makes us understand that these animals have no direct link with Buddhism. So, these animals have been sculptured on the walls of gateways of Sanjay Stupa only for the purpose of adding beauty, adding decoration, and creating lively scenes. Number 4, we understand that the knowledge of Buddhism makes us understand that 4 great events took place in the life of Buddha before leaving his family at the age of 29. What were those 4 events? Simply, I can tell you. First event was he saw an old man had been thrown out of his house. Number 1. Number 2, he saw people were wailing and mourning over a dead body who was their relative who had died. Number 3, he saw this sick person, an ailing person was crying due to acute pain. And number 4, he saw a person who was sitting under a peepal tree and meditating and worshipping. These are 4 important great scenes of that Mahatma Gautam Buddha had seen before he left his house at the age of 29. So these 4 scenes, all these 4 scenes have been sculptured at the gateways, at 4 gateways of Sanjay Stupa. So when we have knowledge of Buddhist literature and then have a look at the 4 gateways of Sanjay Stupa, we easily understand that the 4 events that have been depicted, that have been sculptured at Sanjay Stupa are directly related to the 4 scenes of the 4 scenes that Buddha had seen in his life, 4 great scenes before leaving his home at the age of 29. So the 4 scenes at the 4 gateways simply make us understand, the Buddhist literature makes us understand that the 4 scenes that have been depicted on the four gateways of Sanjay Stupa are directly related to Buddhism and the life of Mahatma Gautam Buddha. Number 5. Many people believed that Mahatma Gautam Buddha was not a human being, he was a supreme being, he was a god. Therefore, whenever they try to make the sculpture or a statue of Mahatma Gautam Buddha, what these people used to do, they used to make a chair and a seat over the chair, and that seat was left empty. Because these people thought, since Mahatma Gautam Buddha was not a human being, so we cannot put a human being, the structure, any statue on that seat. And by keeping this seat hollow and empty, they presumed that Mahatma Gautam Buddha as God was sitting over the chair, which we could not see. And this is what Buddhism makes us know. In the same way, when we have a look at Sanjay Stupa, and Sanjay Stupa we understand this empty seat has been depicted and sculptured at a number of places. So what do you mean to say? This empty seat, similarly, after having the knowledge of Buddhism, makes us understand that this empty seat signifies that it is presumed on this empty seat that Buddha is sitting on it, as many people believed that Buddha was a supreme being, therefore he was not a human being. And by keeping a hollow seat at the walls of Sanjay Stupa, they presumed that as if Buddha was sitting on this seat as a god. Next, on many pillars of this Sanjay Stupa, there have been shown serpents, and we understand the serpent worship had no direct link with Buddhism, but these serpents had been depicted at different walls of Sanjay Stupa and different pillars, especially of Sanjay Stupa. This makes us understand that this motif, meaning this snakes, serpents, had perhaps been used to decorate the pillars of Sanjay Stupa, and the depicting serpents or sculpturing serpents on the pillars was a general trend at that time. Therefore, taking this motive out of that general trend. The sculptors, the people who made Sanchi Stupa perhaps had this used the serpents on the pillars, or the sculptures of serpents on the pillars of the Sanchi Stupa, perhaps to add the beauty and take something from the general trend which was being done at everywhere, that serpents were depicted and sculptured at the pillars of any stupa, of any place, to adorn it and to decorate it everywhere. Thank you.